Shalom. Praise you, Father, you are good. Your grace and your mercy endures forever and ever is your faithfulness. MICAH.CH.7. MICAH.CH.7. Lunchtime snack. Eat on this. MICAH.CH.7. Woe unto me, for I have become like the leavings of a summer fruit, like the gleanings when the vintage is finished. There isn't a cluster worth eating, no early ripened fig that appeals to me. The godly have been destroyed from the land. There is no one upright among humankind. They all lie and wait for blood. Each hunts his brother with a net. Their hands do evil well. I know about that. The prince makes his request, the judge grants it for a price, and the great man expresses his evil desires. Thus they weave it together. The best of them are a briar, the most upright worse than a thorn heads. The time of your watchmen, of your punishment has come. Now they will be confused. Don't trust in your neighbor. Don't put confidence in a close friend. Shut the gates of your mouth, even from your wife, lying there in the bed with you. For a son insults his father, a daughter rises against her mother, a daughter-in-law against a mother-in-law, a person enemies of the members of his own household. But as for me, I will look to Yahweh. I will wait on the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Enemies of mine, don't gloat over me. Although I have fallen, I will rise. Hallelujah. Though I live in the dark, Yahweh is my light. I will endure Yahweh's rage, because I sinned against him, until he pleads my cause and judges in my favor. Then he will bring me out into the light. I will see his justice. My enemies will see too. And shame will cover those who said to me, where is your God? I will gloat over them as they are trampled underfoot like mud in the streets. That will be a day for rebuilding your walls, a day of expanding your territory, a day when your people will come back to you from Asher, from the land and the cities of Egypt, from Egypt and far as the Euphrates River, and from sea to sea, from mountain to mountain. The earth will be desolate for those living in it as a result of their deeds. Therefore, shepherd the flock that you have with you. Shepherd your people with your staff, the flock that belongs to you, who live alone like a forest, in the middle of a fertile pasture. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead, as they did in the days of old, as in the days when you came out of Egypt. I will show them wonders. The nations will see and be put to shame. In spite of all their power, they will cover their mouth with their hands, and their ears will be deafened. They will lick the dust like snakes. They will emerge from their fortresses trembling. Like reptiles, they crawl about the earth. They will come with fear to Yahweh our God, afraid because of us. Who is a God like you, Yahweh, pardoning the sins and overlooking the crimes of the remnant of his heritage? He does not retain his anger forever, because he delights in grace. He again will have compassion on us. He will subdue our iniquities. He will throw all their sins into the sea. You will sow truth to Jacob and grace to Abraham, as you have sworn to our ancestors since long ago. That is MICAH.CH.7, the prophet. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is near, right at the door. But hey, if you sin, repent. He delights in grace. Please don't die in a place of sin. Man in the mirror, right? Praise you, Father, you are good. Your grace and your mercy endures forever and ever is your faithfulness. Selah, Selah, Selah.